Hello and welcome. Today we're off to Pontarddulais in Swansea Valley, and we're off to look at a Brooks Acorn Slimline 120. We had a message last night saying, can you look at a Brooks Acorn? And we just said, can you WhatsApp some photos and a brief description of what the problem is, and we can go from there. So WhatsApp is awesome, 0777 95 44439. You can send photos, it just makes life so much easier. So we've ascertained that it's a Brooks Acorn Slimline 120 with the old AC type charger, and the chap is having some charger issues. He's pointed out there's some scorch marks on the circuit board, so they do suffer from charging issues. And contrary to popular belief, it's not the charger that's the issue, it's the board that fails on them. So he's asked for a charger and a board. We carry all of these in stock, we got them on the van, but we're probably just going to be changing the board over and giving it a good service and have a look at it. It's not one we fitted, we don't know anything about it, we don't even know if it's fitted on the stairs. We've just had a brief message and go from there. So keep watching. So here we are, we got something that's been pulled apart, charger's missing. We're going to power it up, see what's going on. Safety cover's broken, usual story. So we're going to power it up. I don't know the backstory with this, I don't know how long it's been left, but let's dive in and get it running. So we're going to run the stair lift to the top of the stairs, easy to work on, a bit more space and whatnot. Mind my teeth. There was a stanner in here at some point. It's an old AC lift, so they left that bit. So I'm going to run it to the top, see what's what. So it's always easy to run up to the very top, and the reason is we got access to where the charger wire is terminating here. Plus you can see down there the charger contacts, you can actually see if they're physically making. So cross-reference that and then determine whether the circuit board's gone or not. We got one on spare, but if we don't need to change, we won't. So let's get the meter out and see what we got. So we got our meter on AC volts. Doesn't matter the polarity. We're going to see what's happening on here. Let's see what we got. So 19 volts. So we got power coming up to here. So we'll just see if we actually got it going onto the board. It's very rare that the charge contacts, you lose continuity from the charge contacts to there, but it has happened, and then we can eliminate whether it's the board or not. So let's see if we got whatever voltage we got coming up to here. So I suspected we got 19 volts there. So it's coming up to the board. So we've got 19 volts AC going up there. So the person's probably thought, oh, it's a charger fault because it's beeping and beeping and beeping and not working and not charging. And they've messed about with that, but it's actually a board fault. So I don't know where the original charger's gone, probably gone in the bin, but we're going to swap this board over, run it up, we're going to give it a service, we're going to go through it and get it back in service. So we got the board off, and closer inspection, you can see there's a lot of heat built up there. So these capacitors here and these diodes, this is basically what rectifies the charge. So you actually have 15 volts or 19 volts AC that's going into the board, not DC. And what it does, it rectifies it, smooths the circuit, and it gives you your 27.5 across the batteries. So a lot of people think it's a charger fault when these are beeping and the thing's not charging, and it's actually a board fault. This is the one Achilles heel with these. It's rectified, you can change the board, you can do a repair on these. But to be fair, this is 20 years old, and I doubt you'd see a Handicare stair lift still running as well as this in 20 years. But that's just my opinion from an engineer's perspective. So we'll swap these boards over, let's get it up and running, let's make sure it's charging. We're going to give it a service while it's here because it's just been sat for a bit. Get it up and running and hand it back over to the customer. Gets a lot of use, this is a home, so it's getting a lot of use. And it's a good robust lift because the newer one wouldn't have put up with the frequency of use. So keep watching. So now we have a C1, which is a charging status. C4 is fully charged, but don't be fooled if it comes on to C4 after just a couple of hours. I would hazard a guess that it's not fully charged. It's just a rough indication. These take about 14 hours to charge fully, so left overnight. So C1, so let's get that brake back on so we can power it up. Don't want to power it up with the brake off. and we'll run it up and down and see what she runs like. So I've just discovered the old charger, what's left of it. It was under the track, don't know how I got there, but that was probably actually working, because these very, very, very rarely go down. So we're back on DC volts now, so we're going to test what charge is going across the battery. It's a little low, we'd like to see it about 27.5, but that is rising very slowly, but it's charging. So it's down the bottom, it's charging here, C1, it's great. You listen to how quiet this is. This lift's about 20 years old. Still going. I'd like to see another Handicare or other modern lift to still be going after this amount of time. Built to last. So there we have it, one Brooks Acorn Slimline back in service, and look at this, a delight, some Lister stationary engines, marvellous, always good to see. So, stairliftwales.com, South Wales Brooks Acorn Slimline straight stairlift specialists. We carry everything, and I mean everything. We weren't sure what to bring today, so we brought a carriage and lots of other bits and pieces, but we got it sorted. One board replacement, one charger replacement, on charge, ready for tonight for bedtime. Thanks for watching.